Welcome back to Witness. Raed Atharmneh has been a news fixer and driver in Gaza for many years, but he himself became part of the news in 2006 when an Israeli bomb killed 18 members of his family in one day. His colleague George Azar made a film about Raed at the time, and now he returns after the latest war to find out how his friend, the fixer, is surviving.
Today, Raed got some very unexpected news. That's the answer to one of his problems. The Norwegian Broadcasting Corporation aired Raed's story right after the war. Viewers were so moved they sent donations, with the Norwegian Taxi Drivers Association leading the way. Somehow, they managed to raise $35,000, enough to buy Raed a Mercedes taxi to replace the one crushed by the tank. But finding a taxi in Gaza with the documentation required to meet international standards is nearly impossible. Desperate not to lose the money, Raed does find a car with real papers. And it's one of the most luxurious cars in Gaza.
Oh, wow, wow.
Nice car.
Wallah, so nice car. Wallah, so nice car.
You can start working again now.
Yeah, inshallah, I start working again.
The car, the family's most valuable asset, finds a home next to the tent to keep it safe. But owning a luxury automobile in one of the poorest places on earth creates its own set of problems. When Raed drives to the bank handling government aid for destroyed homes, people think he's rich.
كيف ايش بدي ورقه؟ ايش بعرفش شيء انا بعرفش شيء بعرفش شيء انا فهمني ايش انا فهمني ايش بدي طلبات ايش بدك شغله.
Applying for compensation is a bureaucratic morass. Raed has to prove home ownership, but his house papers and photos are buried under tons of rubble.
استاذ يعطيك العافيه يعطيك العافيه شو بدك؟ عمهلك بس بالراحه بالراحه.
Knowing that assistance is far away, tempers easily boil out of control.
اسكت بقول لك خلص صابعك اسكت لونك محترم. ميمي يا خالتي انا وامي كل الجيش كيف الخيام يا معلم هي تفضل.
Today brings more good news. A letter from his imprisoned brother Wael arrives. It's the first sign of life since the Israeli army dragged him away during the war.
معوض والحمد لله أنت وأمي وأخواني وأولادهم بخير أبي أنت الذي صنعت المال وأنت بطل وماذا حصل بك أن أعرفك أقوى من هذا أستحلفك بالله يا أبي بأن تأخذ بالك من صحتك والله من يوم ما رأيتك على شاشة التلفزيون وأنا أفكر بك ولا أقدر أنام وأنا بأبكي خذ بالك من نفسك أبي زوجتي وأولادي أمانة خذ بالك منهم أخي أبو ماجد أريد منك بأن تعمل لي مع الجهات المختصة والمؤسسات وحقوق الإنسان للوقوف بجانبي لأن وضعي صعب للغاية لأن المحامية مرة تقول لي إدارتي ومرة تقول تحديد.
It's addressed to Raed and his father. Cousin Fatin reads the letter.
بكل شيء جديد عبر الراديو.
فيش حد عني
لا هي حاطه لها محروق دقن.
The letter is a relief, but it adds to Raed's heavy responsibilities. It's up to him to campaign for his brother's release. So he heads to Gaza's human rights organization, Mizan.
ملوش مدة محددة. فيش مدة، فيش سقف. ممكن يضل مدى الحياة. فيش سقف. احنا وجدنا صعوبة إن نوصل للأهل كيف كلمة مقاتل غير شرعي. بقول لك أنا ابني مش مسلح، ابني ما كانش يقاتل، ولكن هو هيك اسم القانون. لاعتبارات أمنية خاصة لدى إسرائيل بتستخدمها ذريعة دائما لكل الإجراءات اللي بتتخذها.
كيف احنا نقدر كاهل كاهل اسير كيف بدناش نعمل؟
احنا بنطالب انت والاهل بدك تطالب من الصليب انه يتحرك على هذا الموضوع، بدك تطلب من المؤسسات والمجتمع الدولي انه يتحرك على هذا الموضوع والغاء هذا القانون وعدم تطبيقه على هذا.
Mounting an international human rights campaign isn't really in the cards. We go to the sea to film, but Raed's mind is elsewhere. In his letter, Wa'il placed the care of his family in Raed's hands. And getting money to provide them shelter is critical. 2 weeks pass, and Cecile returns to see what's become of Raed and the car Norway funded. They meet at the Aldira Hotel, but Raed has difficult news. He sold the car and transferred the money for a down payment on a house. But Cecile seems remarkably understanding of Raed's predicament.
Whose car is this?
It's a rented car.
Oh, you rented a car?
Yeah, it's a rented car.
From a rented office?
Yeah, from an office.
It's not the Mercedes, but it's expected for you.
It's better for me.
Remember about the car, these young ladies, very good-looking girls, they came to look at your car, and I said, you know, if you have a car like this, what does your house look like?
Yeah,
and then you live in a tent.
This is my new house.
Which one?
You see the white one? This one.
Raed drives us to the house he wants to buy.
No, this
It
one.
costs $100,000.
This one. This.
It's his dream house, but he does have 35% as a start.
Really nice. Wow.
He's so worried about jinxing things, he doesn't want me to film much. A few days later, while out shooting, Raed gets an important call.
انت كيف حاسه؟ يعني انت السؤال عندك انت باقي تقولي بروحوا بيجيبوا طب فاهمين ايش رايك؟ ايش رايك؟ الجاهزة حالك اطلع عليك الحين؟ بدنا فمك فخلص عمي تروح نروح نتنكين يعني؟
Raed's wife, Ihtiram, is going into labor with their 8th child. When a new baby arrives, a Palestinian father traditionally lays out a feast. But in these hard times, a simple chicken dinner for his wife is a luxury. Just hours later, in the basement of his father-in-law's home, little Raed Atharmneh is welcomed into the world. My assignments are over. Raed is at his tent, still haunted by the past. I leave wondering how he and his family will hold up.
أنا مش شايف أي نوع من المستقبل أو من الأمان. اللي بتأمل فيه يا رب ما يصير حرب ثانية ونفقد أولادنا، وتشوفوني ببكي مش على بيتي، ببكي على أولادي، بقول يا رب ليش ما سبت واحد ولا اثنين منهم طيبين. هذا اللي خايف منه أنا بس. الخايف إنه في المستقبل تيجي علي تصورني أو تعمل معي مقابلة وأنا فقد أولادي. هذا الخايف منه. هذا الخايف منه كثير والله، هذا الخايف منه.
Shortly after this film was made, Raed was awarded the 2009 Martin Adler Prize, an honour bestowed on freelance journalists who have told or helped bring significant stories to the world's attention. Thank you for watching, and I hope you join us next time on Witness.